Buddy McGirt, Callum Smith, thank you very much for joining us. Big night at on Saturday night. Callum, start with yourself. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. Had a good camp. I've been good to work with the Buddy for the past few weeks, and look forward to getting in there and getting back to winning weight.
How did the Buddy McGirt connection come about? Just talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I knew of him for a long time. Obviously, his training and as a fighter, his achievements speak for themselves. He worked with my brother a long time ago, and my brother kind of kept me in contact with him. And he was over in England, and I was under the trainer, so I did some work with him. And I knew as soon as I worked with him, I liked what. He gelled pretty well. I liked what he was telling me, and I believe he could improve me as a fighter. So he agreed to train me, and we've had a good camp, and I do believe I'm a better fighter now than what I was before I went through.
Was that thought process, if you like, the fact that you were moving up in weight as well, change, if you like?
No, a bit of both. The weight kind of was coming anyway, and then the training situation had been coming for a while. So it's good that they both come at the same time. It's a clean break, and now I've got a new trainer, a new weight division. And I'm looking forward to hopefully becoming a world champion on a new weight. But there was other trainers out there, but I just felt me and Buddy gelled pretty well, and so I liked the methods he was giving me, and I feel I was improving each week.
Very, very busy division you're joining.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the challenges in front of you. I mean, I could throw some names at you. I'm sure you know them already.
Yeah.
But what kind of route do you see yourself going down?
I'm focused on the weekend. I've got a good fight this weekend. We fight with boxing for a world title, and he wants another crack at it, and a win over me puts him up there. So I've got to be switched on. I've got to show some improvements, what I've learned with the Buddy, and get the win most importantly. And then we'll sit down as a team and we'll look what lies ahead. But I want to be a world champion. That's why I'm here. That's why I moved to the weight division. That's why I'm still fighting. So that's definitely the goal. Whether it's after this 2 more, 3 more, I'm not too sure. We'll know what I'm doing after this weekend.
I speak to you about the weight in just a moment. I just want to mention this fight at the weekend. It's quite interesting the fact we've got 2 World Boxing Super Series winners on the same card, 2 Muhammad Ali trophies. Do you share any stories with Alexander? Do you speak to him about it at all?
No, he gave me one of his caps. I think it was the value one. I think he's a great fighter. I'm a big fan of both his personality and his fighting style. And I remember getting a picture of him at the draw for the World Boxing Super Series, and it turned out to be the 2 winners, so it was a good omen. But he's a good fighter. He's in a tough fight this weekend. Danny Josh was a great fighter. He's obviously the favourite going in, but I think stylistically it could gel pretty well, and I think the fans could be pretty.
Quick mention there, you mentioned your brother Liam Smith has obviously got a fight. Liam Smith, you of course know his surname. Liam's got a fight coming up with Anthony Fowler. Just speak to me a little bit about that fight. It was a fight, from my own perspective, if I'm honest, I didn't see it coming, and then it was announced, and
I think,
okay, I'm interested.
If I passed the career, if it was offered to leave, it probably didn't really make much sense to him, but I think the fact that it's a local derby got a lot of people excited. There was a lot talked about it, and there's a lot of black and white at stake, so I think that kind of was the reason Liam entertained it at the start when it was mentioned. And it's a good fight, and it's given a lot of motivation and a bit between the teeth in camp. He's training really well. He's got a point to prove, and he doesn't want to lose to another lad from the same city, so it should be good. We should pack the Echo Arena out. It should be good after COVID to get a good crowd back in there, and it's a good fight for the city, but a fight that I believe in.
Just to end on yourself,
reigning, defending, undefeated,
let David do his thing for a sec.
Cruiserweight champion of the world from Hackney, London, the Sauce, Lawrence Okolie. Making his maiden defense on Saturday night in the chief support of our huge blockbuster night of fights.
I almost feel like I shouldn't be asking you this, but I kind of have to at the same time. Obviously, Canelo sort of fights at light heavyweight. He comes up and down. I mean, at the minute he's super middle, of course, but we've seen him up there. Is that a fight that I know you've spoke about potentially further down the line? Is that one that you would like?
Look, if I become a world champion and he wants to come up and challenge me, then of course. I'm not sitting here saying I want a rematch. I deserve a rematch. He beat me well. He's got his own fights to concentrate on, his own belts to win. But if I can go and become a world champion at 175 and he wants to move it, then of course.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to fight again, especially with this man in my corner. So listen, you never say never, but. No, it's not in my goal is to become a world champion and be one of the people who got the belt at the moment. That's my short-term goal, and I believe I can achieve it.
Let's just bring Buddy in very quickly, if you would, Buddy. What has Buddy brought to your training camp, Liam? What is he doing differently?
He's a good coach. He's very knowledgeable. He's a tough fighter himself, and his achievements as a trainer speak for themselves. The fights he's worked with, and I just feel he tidied me up on a lot of areas, small minor adjustments, repositioning my feet, when to throw certain shots, when not to throw certain shots, and just smarten me up really. And I believe I've done my best to listen over the weeks, and he'll tell you whether I picked it up or not. But I do believe I've improved over the last few weeks, and I believe I'm starting to be a better fighter now than what I was 10 weeks ago.
Well, that brings you in, buddy. Has he improved in the last few weeks?
He's a good student. I mean, he tries it until he gets it. Then if he's not comfortable with something, he'll ask me. And it's like, you don't have to do it the same way I do it. The kids get the same result. And that's the bottom line.
Was it an easy decision for you to work with Liam once the opportunity came around?
I mean, I've known his family for a while since I met his brother, so it wasn't a hard decision. It was easy.
Yeah, I just want to ask you quickly. I'm going to bring in Dean because he's here.
I'm going to him next week.
He said, Callum, this is my guy.
How you been, man? Good to see you, baby.
You too.
All right.
Last time we were together, it was just before Chisora Parker.
Yeah.
That fight's being rerun. Can I just get your thoughts on that?
I think that Derek can pull it off.
I think Derek pulled it off the first time.
Yeah.
That's what I was just saying in that interview. I said, when there's green to be rubbed, Derek doesn't get the green to be rubbed.
Yeah.
There's bare fights that have been close, especially that other fight as well. They didn't get the accolades he should have, because he gave him a real hell of a run for his money. In that Parker fight, I felt like he actually done enough to win. And anytime there's green to be given, they normally give it to the other guys and not Derek. So he deserves a rematch, deserves to get his money and fight again. Yeah, of course.
Is that something you agree with?
Yeah, he did, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, he went in there and, he put all on the line. You know what I mean? And at the end, I thought we had a decision. As a matter of fact, Parker even said to him before, you won the fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, but that's boxing, you know what I mean?
Let's bring our focus back to Callum Smith just for a moment. Dean, what do you make of the link-up of Buddy and Callum?
That's good. He's good people. Them the Smith family in general, all proper people. I like the dad. Listen, the dad and I think it was one of the other brothers. It's actually funny now we're going to talk about this, because it was a Chisora where I said the baby to me and him was actually sworn enemies at one time. And it's crazy the turnaround, and it was them that kind of held me back and spoke to me and like, kid, that's what accent you guys mean, you only the fight, or whatever the accent is. So it's probably a terrible Liverpoolian accent, but it doesn't matter, Yeah, and after that I've had a lot of respect for them, because they came up to me, spoke to me, nice gentlemen, and that was it. I've always got time for them, even when the dad sees me and the boys see me, they're always very polite and stuff, and you know what I mean. So credit to them, man.
Buddy, I'll ask this question to you and then to Dean. Who's the biggest threat to Callum at light heavyweight?
Right now, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about Saturday.
Okay.
After Saturday, we just go from there.
Yeah. Dean, I guess that's the right way to look at it.
Absolutely, you can't overlook what's in front of you, because when you do that, you miss the bricks and cobble that's there, and that's what you fall over. You know what I mean? You got to look what's just in front of you and just do it brick by brick, stone by stone, whatever you want to call it, and just get past every individual stage. There's a lot of great fights at that heavyweight, man. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him in some of the big fights. So hey, remember to bring me along when there's America guy, and so I can see him fight maybe Bivol, or I think that's a great fight as well, because Craig Richards put on a great performance against Bivol, and I'd like to see him maybe fight Bivol or better BF than someone like that, you know what I mean? He showed his mettle against someone like Canelo, tough. Not a lot of people go the distance and get out of that ring without getting their ass whooped, actually, or get stopped, I should say. So, was it Mundo skillful?
Well, listen, guys, I think we're about to be called to go and see what's going on behind us. But Buddy, all the best as ever. We'll speak to you soon. Dean, thank you.